Last week, I started a back and forth correspondence with the Orange County Health Department. I was asking for COVID-19 cases linked to our local theme parks. I got a response, but no hard numbers. Katie Phillips is a Disney annual pass holder, but is opting not to return to the parks. Her 9-year-old son, Alex, has sensory issues, Down syndrome, and diabetes.
He would be fine, but he's more prone to a secondary infection like pneumonia because of his diabetes. So it's just not a risk we're willing to take.
Governor Ron DeSantis cautioned people with certain health conditions and those over 65 from visiting theme parks, but says it's fine for others to visit.
When you have all the different procedures that they have in place, people are going to be, it's a safe environment.
I asked the state and the Orange County Health Department for the number of theme park employees and visitors identified as COVID positive. No numbers, but a county spokesman wrote, to date, our epidemiology program indicates there is no data to support a connection between the recent increase of COVID-19 cases and the reopened theme parks. Disney released videos showing increased precautions put in place, including temperature checks, plus steps to limit contact. For now, the Phillips family will watch ride videos until they feel comfortable returning with the whole family.
I think Mine Train and Mickey and Minnie are going to be our go-to when we go back, for sure.
Today, I also reached out to Universal, SeaWorld, and Disney about how many of its employees tested positive for COVID-19. I also asked for information about its new policy when it comes to reporting the virus. As of now, no response, but I'll update the story when I get one. Reporting in Orlando, Sierra Putman, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Vaccination portal.
71-year-old Eddie Shelton was optimistic Tuesday.
I was hoping to go out and get my vaccination.
He had this barcode. He didn't know everyone gets it when creating an account on the CDR Health website. It's for testing, not confirmation of a vaccination appointment.
I've been here for 3 hours. You've got to give me the shot. And they said there's nothing that we can do. It was completely a stonewall.
Confirmed vaccination appointments come with a QR code. Look, it's square.
Got up there, and then they also informed me that this had been happening quite a bit. So they knew they had a problem, and they didn't send anybody out to the beginning of the line, the 3-hour line, to warn people away, which I thought was inexcusable.
Which is why he's speaking out. The health department says screeners are now looking at the codes, but says the confusion stemmed from CDR Health. The vendor is now changing the wording that comes with barcodes in part because of our reporting. Messages now state the barcode is for COVID-19 testing only. A more user-friendly website is also in the works.
Text bigger in the boxes that you need to check bigger and larger to help individuals that may not be as technologically savvy, or if you're like me and you have fat fingers, it's just a little easier to use.
Right now, the portal for vaccination appointments is closed after 42,000 appointments were made, more appointments than doses. When it reopens, make sure to pick a date and time for shot number 1 and shot number 2. Both are required. Shelton says he won't return to the convention center.
No, I'll never go back there again. No, I don't trust myself.
But he's determined to get a vaccine eventually. Right now, they tell me no one can just snap their fingers and make this happen because state law doesn't allow it. At the SunPass Customer Service Center in Ocoee, we found a couple happy with the Turnpike Enterprise, despite the system upgrade in June that resulted in thousands of backlogged tolls. You still have trust in SunPass?
I still trust them, sure.
But other customers do not. That system upgrade by contractor Conduent shut SunPass down for weeks. And earlier this week, the Central Florida Expressway told its ePass customers SunPass had 2.1 million transactions with the wrong date and time. That makes it hard for customers to know if they were properly billed.
I'm confident that these are wrong. Yes. Absolutely.
The state sent me an email statement saying only ePass customers are seeing transactions with incorrect timestamps and, quote, there were no errors in the transactions themselves or the toll amounts. Do you trust SunPass at this point?
Definitely not.
We wondered about waiving the tolls altogether, too, but Governor Rick Scott's office and Representative Bob Cortez told me over the phone that state statute only allows some small exemptions, including suspending tolls when necessary to assist in emergency evacuations. Theoretically, state lawmakers could change the statute, but Representative Cortez told me the toll money is linked to bonds, and such a move would put the state's budget at risk. Right now, the only consolations customers have is in the investigation the state's chief inspector general is conducting, and the roughly $800,000 fine the contractor had to pay. And SunPass customers can go online if they notice that any transactions are wrong, they can dispute them. They can also turn to SunPass and ask for reimbursement for any bank overdraft fees that happened when the system was down. Reporting live near the Turnpike, Sierra Putman, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.